All right, so today is Saturday, July 11th, and it's getting late here. It's been a really long day, so I didn't really clean up entirely in the shop here. I'm exhausted. I just wanted to get to this point so I could film this video, so excuse if I'm a little bit slow with talking, but I've got the panel done. The panel is all wired. Everything is finished on the wiring. The only thing that's yet to be hooked up are the static lines and the pitot lines, because I'm gonna hold off on that until everything is final in place, but it's all ready to go. A little bit more buttoning up in there once I get those lines, but everything in the back is looking really good. So everything is wired, even down to the control sticks, the flaps. It's kind of the only thing I can actually show from the control stick wiring. So yeah, everything's looking good. I got the heater, hear that, very nice. The dimmer switch is hooked up, but it dims only from like 100% brightness down to like 85% brightness. So I don't know if you can even tell or not. I could see it, but the glare from the sun coming in is messed up. So that's all in the calibration settings on the startup, and I'll do that, you know, when the time comes. That warning light's not on either. See. So yeah, the prop, those lights turn on, but it doesn't go to a prop, so it goes into that warning mode. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the extent of it on the panel. Finally, it feels good to have it all set up. I wish the sun wasn't coming in to show the glare. It looks a lot better when the glare is not on it, but yeah, so give me a second. I'm going to flip everything off so that I can kind of discuss the rest of what I got done. All right, and you know, because nothing's calibrated on the avionics, the magnetometer and like everything from the dimmer switch to the flap positions and everything, they all need to be calibrated, but that needs to get done after kind of the plane is put together. So figure I'll turn it all off while I finish the discussion so I don't run down my precious battery, which is already down to like 11.5 volts. It drains pretty quick. So yeah, I got the interior side panels put in because I was concerned that, come on, focus. So I was concerned that pinching in on the panel or on the dash would continue, so I didn't want to drill my final mount holes until I got those side panels in. So I put those in, and it's kind of coming clear to me. I'm not really sure why they use riv nuts to hold the front panels in, because you're not going to be able to get them out once the dash is installed, and you're not going to get the dash out with the windshield and everything installed. So at least I don't think so. Like I said, sorry, I'm exhausted, so I'm trying to get this video filmed and try to be as formative as possible, but okay, so I got the side panels in. All the wiring is pretty much routed up. There's some service loops there for the buds connector to the maintenance can for the engine, and so that's kind of the ugly loop that's there. But yeah, that'll get a little bit more buttoned up once I finish the routing the tubes and everything at the very end. So I started doing some of the other interior stuff, just because I got these side panels in, so then why not throw the floor mats and kind of get all this done. So my upholstery kit did not include the carpet pieces that go on the tops of these control covers here. So I decided to put this, the same carbon fiber kind of vinyl wrap over those that I have on the center console, and it's gonna look okay. The only problem is that there's no way for the Velcro to adhere to it, so I might have to put a strip of Velcro there. But yeah, I mean, it looks okay. At least it's all the same look, so it kind of ties everything in. And then I also did it, I had to remove the control stick in order to, well, I probably didn't have to, but I wanted to in order to drill the set screw hole for each one of the stick grips. So when I removed it, I decided I'd wrap the same vinyl around here. I just assumed that the control boot kind of wraps around to this point, so, but it doesn't. So it leaves a little bit of silver exposed there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if I really like the vinyl on the control stick anyway. So either I'll just remove it from the top or I'll add it to the bottom. Let me know what you guys think, what I should do. Maybe it kind of looks cool to tie it all in with that same look. Another thing that I had to do was there was a service bulletin for the control stop plates. These plates here are riveted to the elevator control, and there's a service bulletin that says they need to be stainless steel rivets, so they should be non-magnetic. Yeah, that little rivet there and that one there. At first glance, because it's kind of dark in there, I thought I lucked out and had the stainless ones. I did not, so I had to remove these brackets from each side and get in there to drill those out. Luckily, I don't have the seat rails on yet, so it really wasn't a huge deal. Drill those out and replace them with stainless. Not a huge deal. It only took an hour or two. But one thing that I did while I was in there is I further improved the smoothness of my elevator control. So without the control stick boots on, these, and the boot kind of stops it from going all the way. You see it kind of pushes it. So those need to be adjusted, but they're just Velcro. Without the boot on, the stick just falls now. It's so smooth. It's so buttery smooth. I'm frustrated that I had to take it all apart like that, but not a huge deal because now it's done and it's better than ever. So really like the buttery smooth controls. And now that all the wiring is done up front, I think it's time that I can next week mount my center console, then my throttle quadrant, finish all the brake lines, just button it up, get the fuel lines attached to the fuel selector, and then everything up to the front will be done. Then I could put my side panels. And so, yeah, it was feeling like chaos there, but now it seems like it might come together pretty quick from here. And then I just got to do the upholstery and the rest of it. Mount the other interior side panels, and yeah, so frustrating again. My Canopy Hinges are delayed yet again. So they were ordered in January, and here we are 7 months later. They say that now they're going to be here on the 15th, so fingers crossed, because actually if they're here on the 15th, it's kind of perfect timing. I'll be ready to put those doors on and get to town. So once the doors are on, then honestly, it's just mount the windows in place, permanently bond them, get it painted, and put the wings on. The other thing that's supposed to come in that shipment is the wing rib for my left wing that I've been waiting on. And once that comes in, it's the wing light rib. It's kind of warped for those of you who have been not following along. I got to get that replaced, and once I get that swapped out, it's ready to paint the wings, ready to paint the fuselage, ready to stick the wings on. So it's been a really, really long week. I've worked really hard this week to get to this point. So it feels good, but like I said, I'm freaking exhausted. So the other thing I got done was my fuel pump. So there was a recall on the fuel pump. I got that in last week, so I swapped that out. So now that with the fuel pump is the right one, I can fully mount all this stuff in place, permanently, because now I had some zip ties holding it in place, but I took those off, swapped the fuel pump. Now I can mount it in place permanently and fit the cowling. Once I've got this all finished, I can, fit my cowlings, and yeah, it's coming down to the wire here. It's really satisfying though, looking in here and just seeing the interior of it kind of coming together. Kind of light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, got to get the wings put on, got to get it painted and calibrate all the avionics and find a hanger first. All right, well, that's it. Have a good weekend, everybody.